Why, hello again, everybody. It's Jennifer here and lovely Aimi. And Aimi is a makeup expert of the universe. And she is going to do a makeover for me today. So I've already prepped my face. If you haven't seen it yet, watch the video on how to prep your face for that. She's also did my eyebrows. So if you're curious about that, also watch the eyebrow video as well. There's so many videos with Aimi today. So she's just going to do a look for me that makes me pretty.
Yes, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to do a basic makeup, nothing crazy. We'll probably do a little more earth color, natural colors, and then we're going to possibly do a more fun lip color, maybe some red or maybe vampire purple-ish red.
Ooh.
Figure that out at the end.
Yes.
But for right now, I'm just going to show you how going from basically A to Z on makeup.
Yay.
For the whole look.
So here we go, you guys. All right, we're going to get started.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, so basically, since I'm here on vacation, I'm just going to use all of her stuff. And using all her stuff, I'm going to show her what she can do with it, how to best utilize it. So here we go. So first, I'm going to use her Concealer Twins. It seems
Physicians Formulas.
Physicians Formula.
Mm-hmm.
So since this is hers, I'm just going to use it as is. If you are putting it on somebody else, if you are sharing items, make sure that you use a different stick. Don't double dip because that'll be contamination and we don't want that. But since this is hers, I'm just going to go straight ahead. So this, I'm just going to dab a little on her rest spot areas. It's about the look. It looks pretty hot.
Yeah, I'm ready to go out on the town.
You can get these at Ross. You can get these at Ulta, Sephora. They all do the same thing essentially. You can rewash these. So these, you can actually wash them. Once you wash it with soap, let it dry, and they're good to use again. So I'm going to use the other end of this and just dab. I'm just going to blend it in. No dragging, none of this. We're just going to push. I think we've canceled out most of the spots. So her foundation is Bobbi Brown and Warm Sand. So we are going to, I'm just going to put some, not that much. I'm going to put a little on my hand, take it, and we're going to start applying. I use this kind of brush, it's kind of flat, a little bit. I like it when it's flat, it's a little bit more easier to apply. I don't recommend using sponge. Sponges tend to, if you reuse the sponge, that is, and you reuse it, then that's where the bacteria starts happening, and then that's when you start getting acne and all kinds of other problems, and we don't want that. So let's just stay away from sponge. And honestly, sponges uses a lot more products. You're actually wasting more product.
Ooh, fun fact.
So you can also, some products, you can also use your hand to apply foundation if you want to. But when you are putting it on other people, I just think it's kind of a good clean rule of thumb to use a brush so that you're not using your bare fingers. So it looks like we pretty much got her face covered. Now I'm going to take the sponge again. And then we're just going to blend.
Ooh.
Blend, blend, blend. Magic to makeup, people, is blend. All right. There she is. Nice little fresh palette. Now, there. All right, so next I'm going to use, it's basically just the iridescent powder. Not really any colors, just to set the makeup, and I'm using a fluffy brush like this one. So I'm just going to pop it in there.
There might be dog hair, so
Air it off a little bit, and then we're just going to dab. Now she is finished.
yay. Now we could go.
Now we're done. So you're going to give her a little contour so she doesn't look so flat. I am using her
The Romeo I don't know, it's organic.
It's
That's all.
organic, people.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take the darker one. So basically, depending on your skin type, these are a little bit more for if you have lighter skin. You can use these ones. This one, good for her skin tone because she is a little bit more like in the light medium color range. These are all your highlights. So I'm gonna use the darker one here. Shake it off. Right around here, right here. From the jawbone right here, that's where you want to give it shape. This isn't blush, this is contouring. We don't want to give her that illusion of blush, so we're just going to give her an illusion that she has brow bones. Same thing on this side. You can go a little bit higher up here to make your face look a little skinnier. So the purpose of contouring is to give your face shape. You can make it look thinner. Well, I would think that generally everybody wants thinner. So if you want to go with that, you can always contour here, just to make your forehead look like it's not so big, if that is your case. If you want to make your face look a little more slimmer on the side, you can contour more here. If you want to give yourself a little more of a chin on the side, then you can contour right here, give yourself a nice little jawbone. So these are little tricks that we can use. I'm gonna go into detail and do your nose. That's totally up to you. I'm not going to go there today. But if you were to want to do your nose, so if you wanted to make it a little slimmer, we're going to make it a little darker here, contour here, make it a little slimmer here, so we're going to make it darker here, highlight the top, and that's going to give you a more defined, thinner nose, slim nose. So I'm going to give her a little bit of highlight. We're going to use this one right here. I'm going to use a little highlighter along her forehead. Look up. A little under here. We are going to put under eye concealer, so I'm not going to do too much there quite yet. Okay.
What is
Intense Blush Quad.
Yes. And it's vegan, I think, and cruelty-free or something. Got it from eBay.
There you go. I'm going to use this rosy color here. I'll dab a little, shake it off. We're going to, right here, apple right here, very lightly, and just blush this out. Same thing with this side. Just to give her a little bit of color. And now she has some cheeks. Now she looks alive. And we are back. So we're gonna move on to her eyes. I'm going to use this brand.
Shani.
It is an eye and lip primer. Like I've said again, make sure that when you are using on other clients or people, don't stick it in there. Take a spatula, take some out, and then use it off that. So that way it's always clean and uncontaminated. This is hers, so I'm just gonna go dip it straight into it. So I'm going to cover all the way, starting from the brow area, all the way down to the eyelid. Key to anything is still blend, blend. So if you've ever contemplated, do we really need a primer? Is that really needed? Yes, it is. Because it'll last all day. It'll help with the creasing of your eyeshadow. Have you ever had that happen? When you're like, by the end of the day, you have a big old crease right here. It's not cute. It'll help minimize that. It'll also help it all stay on all day. Now we're going to do eyeshadows.
That way it's...
So we're going to use these. Rainbow.
She's going to use all the colors in my eyes.
Of the rainbow. This kind of brush. So I like to use these kinds of brushes for the eyelid. So I said we're gonna do like more earthy colors, so I'm gonna stick to kind of my browns today. Of purple. So when you are putting these on, you want to dab it, not brush it, just pat it. That way the color will stay on You won't have flyaways everywhere, a lot of mess to clean up later. So as you can see, I've only did her eyelid. So that's what we have so far. So now I'm gonna highlight the brow bone area. So for brow bone, you want usually something that's a little bit more bland, like an ivory or like a vanilla color. If it has a little bit of a shine to it, that's fine. You just don't want super sparkly. Maybe like a satin finish would be nice. So I'm just going to give her a little highlight up here. And now I did the brow bones. And then we're going to do the darkest color is always going to be your crease area, which depending on what your eye shape is, it's going to be here, right here, and now try this one. Now we're just going to go right around here on her crease of her eyes and blend and blend. Circular motion, you're going to build the colors, you're going to make those two match together. And this is what we're starting to build over here. So circular motion. And when it comes to makeup, blending is everything. So I know sometimes when you go and buy brushes, they're kind of pricey, but honestly, as long as you take good care of them, they are very worth it. When you do wash these bad boys, you're gonna wanna take a, what I do is baby shampoo, and I just take them in a little bit of my hand, wash in a circular motion, but don't go anywhere past this area because this is where the glue is. And if you get that wet, it'll start coming off, and then the top will come off. So you always wanna wash it from this point on, but try and leave this part always dry.
Fun fact.
Yes, so clean your brushes about once a week. I think that looks nice. Now we're going to do the brows.
Yay.
So next up, we are going to do her brows. She has this sweetened shimmer. Seems to have about 3 different colors of browns. And I'm using the Anastasia brow brush as this at the end. And then we also have this nice little firm angled brush so that we can shape her eyebrows. So if you, let's say, you know, for me or her, like we have dark hair, don't use black. That is a big mistake. Nobody has black eyebrows. We don't want those. We're going to always use a color that's a little bit more lighter than our natural color. So if you're blonde, you're going to want to use like a cork color. If you are more darker hair like we are, I'm going to use the middle one. This one right here, it's a darker brown. If you don't have much hair, then I would recommend going a little bit darker color. And then that way you'll be able to fill more. But since she already has enough hair, all we really need is to kind of tint it, fill it in, and it's going to be dark enough. So we're not going to have to do black. So I'm just going to take a little, and then we're going to shape. Brow is one of those things you have to be very patient. It is a building process. So there's going to be many layers to your brows. And you can use this end to kind of brush out your brows a little bit.
Ooh, huge difference.
See the big difference from each side to the other side? Now we're gonna do the other side.
Yay.
Again. And there's your brows.
Yay.
So next I'm gonna use the under eye concealer. So normally I would put shadow on the bottom. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. If you want to do, this one. If you want to have a more dramatic look, then what you can do is get a pencil, a black one or whatever color you want to use that's darker, preferably water resistant, waterproof, and you can also color in your tear duct line. I know a lot of products probably don't recommend that, but you can do that and it'll make it look a lot more dramatic, makes your eyes pop a lot more. Only problem is at the end of the night you do have to use a waterproof remover to get it all off, because just regular quick makeup remover is not going to do the job. But it looks really, really good. I'm not going to do that today.
Well, dang it.
Because she says her eyes are too flinchy.
Yes.
So if you're crying a lot, that's not going to stay either.
I cry all the time, though.
Do is look up. I'm just going to add a little bit color to the bottom of her eyes. To her watery, flinchy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a personal preference. You can go all the way into the inner eye if you'd like. I personally don't do it. Sometimes I'll put some maybe iridescent in the middle just to give a little pop there too. But today I am just going to do a little bit of the edge. And there you can tell a little difference. So next I'm going to just going to put a little bit of under eye concealer on. She has this
Christopher
right here.
Drummond, it's now Hint, just in case you guys want to get that for yourself.
Yes, it says full coverage, creaseless, waterproof, and long wear. So I just put a little bit on my hand. I'm just gonna dab a little bit under her eye, clean her up. And this is where you can use your beauty sponge as well, ladies and gentlemen. I personally recommend the beauty sponge. It's a little bit more easier to control. And then you want to go all the way up there. And there, now under her eye looks a lot more clean.
Ooh, just like
It
on
makes-
TV.
Makes her eyes pop a lot more. A little shimmer to it. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bit of iridescent just right here to give her a little shimmer. I'm going to use this one.
There you go. It's Christopher Drummond.
Ah, there you go.
Again, it's anything Christopher Drummond is now Hint. So there you go.
So these just have a little sparkle. Not really anything to make that significance of a difference. But I'm just going to put it a little bit right here to make her skin pop. So now we're moving on to the eyeliner. This is the fun part. I'm going to use NARS. This one is their eyeliner stilo in Koala. I personally like this item because the tip,
Yeah, there you go.
your very, very tip right there. So these are actually water resistant. They do come off fairly easy after you wash your face. So it's not like you have to scrub your eyeballs off.
Yay.
This pretty much comes out on its own. You don't have to twist anything. It just comes out on its own. So today I'm going to give her a tiny little cat eye. Not anything too crazy. Close your eyes. So yes, this does take a little bit of practice.
Mm-hmm.
In a steady hand. Okay, that took a little concentration. So as you can see, if you get a little closer and close your eyes, you can see how there's a little point right here. So what you want to do when you are doing these cat eyes, you just want to go straight across. Don't purposefully make another tip because it'll just look like it's a curl and then it won't look like cat eyes anymore. You just want it straight across like what I did for her. And then open your eyes and it'll naturally make it look like it's a curve.
Ooh.
Yes. So
I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
and then The hardest part when you do start is getting the other side to match the other side, but practice makes perfect, so just keep trying. Just don't stop trying. Just keep trying.
Yes.
Now we're gonna try the other side. Since I already explained the other side, we're just gonna do this side. And there we are with a little bit of a soft cat liner.
So fancy.
Last but not least, now we're gonna do the lips.
Yay!
Use these combos. I'm afraid this one might be a little too brick colored for this one, but we'll make it work. This one is Raisin in Revlon Color Stay, and we have Very Cherry by Color Sensational Maybelline.
There you go.
Maybe it's Maybelline. So we ask, Aimi, why do we need a lip liner? Well, you need it because we can shape your lips with it. Also, if you are doing red lips, you are gonna need these because it helps you get those little bleedy lines. If you ever had those before, it's because you don't have these. If you do wear it all day, it's inevitable that at some point in the day it is gonna start doing that, but you can always cover it up with concealer if you want to, just kind of clean it up with a concealer if you want to. But red lips it is kind of a upkeep throughout the day, and it is what it is. Line the top of her lips. I know that it's kind of trendy these days to go outside. If you want to, you can. Jennifer has pretty full lips. I don't feel like it's really necessary. So I'm not gonna do that. But what I am gonna do is I'm going to fill her lips with a little bit of this pencil. So when I do put the lipstick on, it'll give her a different kind of a color. And it'll be more rich. Pretty. So I filled it up a little bit. If you are having really dry lips, what you can do is just make a sugar scrub your lips, and then rinse it, and then it'll be a lot more softer. Especially with darker lips, your dry skin will show up, so you want to make sure that you're exfoliated and hydrated. And again, this is her product, so I'm just going to directly apply it. If you are putting it on somebody else, take a spatula, take them off, and then use a lip brush and put it on from there. Lips together. More.
Like that? Okay.
And there we have some nice lips. Alright guys, so this is the finished product of Jennifer. Stay tuned, we're also going to do lashes on her to just give her the complete look. But this is her polished look. Maybe it wasn't as quick as we thought that it could be, but this is just your pretty much A through Z of what you can do with your face. Thanks for watching!
Thank you, friends. Bye!